One of the reasons I'm really grateful for people always sending me videos on this channel is because I'm usually so busy doing videos, I don't have enough time to spend with a lot of the other YouTubers and a lot of the other people on who do their own channels, maybe as much as I should. So I don't get to see as much Ben Shapiro, Stefan Molyneux, Sargon, and people like that, and you know, or even Alex Jones, or you know, lots and lots of other people. So people send them to me, but when I do watch them, I do notice this. Maybe something they do more often than I do. Maybe I should do more of it, but I probably won't. They're probably a lot less shy than I am about saying, hey, why is this guy doing this story and pretending it's new when we've been talking about this for a very long time? I mean, if you want to find, when I get reporters, I get a call from reporters out of the country. They say, where can we find one of these episodes of large-scale black mob violence you're always talking about, Colin? I always say, well, that's easy. Go to a peace rally. And by peace rally, I usually mean a funeral procession. These things, especially in Chicago, these things are so dangerous. They're so normal. Nobody even shrugs their shoulders. I don't know why all of a sudden everybody in Chicago decided to pick their heads up and go, hey, is that normal that lots and lots of black people are pulling out guns and having large-scale episodes of black mob violence at funeral homes, at funeral processions, at the graveyard, going to and from the graveyard, at the memorial ceremony for the hero who died in combat? So let's pour a Colt 45 over, on the grass in honor of our homie. I mean, when did somebody decide that's not normal? When did somebody decide that's a surprising thing? I guess yesterday.
Well, it sounds unthinkable, but violence at cemeteries and during funeral processions in Cook County is on the rise. CBS 2's Mike Martinez talked to community leaders and the sheriff as they try to find a way to end this problem.
This December hillside police chase is just one example of some of the violence surrounding funerals in Cook County. Chief Joe Lukashik says 3 guns were recovered from the stolen SUV, which had just left a cemetery.
There's no respect for the dead anymore.
Cemeteries in Hillside are the final resting place for many gang members killed in Chicago. Funeral processions from the city often end up on the expressway, leading to dangerous situations.
People literally are jumping on other sides of the road, driving next to each other, weaving in and out of traffic, guns being waved out of cars. There's been shots fired. That's why Sheriff Dart is creating a new task force to tackle the problem. It'll be made up of community leaders, citizens, and law enforcement, as well as cemetery and funeral homeowners.
These individuals will help us to determine what types of things we can put in place to ensure that people have safe funerals.
The Reverend Ira Ackrey says communities also need to step up and have tough conversations with those causing the trouble.
There has to be a point where the buck stops. Something has to be sacred.
Chief Lukashik says the task force is a good idea, but accountability is needed to end the violence.
We need our judicial system to enforce what laws are on the books. We need our state's attorneys to prosecute the criminals and put these people behind bars.
No matter what the crime of the week is, whether it's this funerals in Chicago and out in Oakland, they just had a big they call it sideshow, where a bunch of the fellas get together and break the traffic laws. There's always the same people that come forward, and they always offer the same solutions. Here, the solution is somehow the community has to step up. I mean, it's always some solution other than the most obvious one. If people break the law, you arrest them. But the fact is, the more people breaking the law, the less, in one place, the less likely they're going to be arrested. The more likely they will do it again. That's a plain fact in Chicago. So the fellas pretty much have carte blanche to do whatever they damn well feel like at these funeral processions, and that's going to continue as long as we keep listening to the good reverend who stepped up there and try to pretend there's another solution to this problem that exists outside of the people committing the problem. We have to get the community to step up. We have to get their moms and their dads or parents to step up and remind them that it's not okay to take 9mm out at a funeral and start shooting up the crowd. That's the only reason they're doing it. They just haven't been taught otherwise. Because teaching the fellas some rudimentary rules of civil behavior that usually begin, maybe even end with, try not to take a loaded weapon to a funeral and shoot people up to, from, and after the funeral. Teaching them that, oh yeah, that will make the black kids angry.